When Jack moved to the city for college, he was excited about starting a new chapter of his life. Little did he know, his new home would be the source of unimaginable terror. Jack arrived at his new hostel late in the evening. The building was old and dilapidated, with ivy creeping up its walls. As he stepped inside, the air grew cold, and an uneasy feeling settled in the pit of his stomach. The receptionist, an elderly woman with a tired smile, handed him the key to room 13. "Welcome to your new home. Room 13. It's down the hall, on the left," she said in a raspy voice. The hallway was dimly lit, and the floorboards creaked under Jack's footsteps. He reached room 13, inserted the key, and pushed the door open. The room was small and sparsely furnished, with a single bed, a desk, and a wardrobe. The walls were adorned with old, faded wallpaper. As he unpacked, Jack couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched. In the dead of night, Jack was jolted awake by a loud thud. He sat up, his heart pounding, and glanced around the room. The wardrobe door was now wide open. Gathering his courage, he got up to close it. As he did, he heard a faint whisper behind him. "Get out!" Jack turned around quickly, but no one was there. He backed away from the wardrobe and returned to bed, trying to convince himself it was just his imagination. The next day, Jack mentioned the incident to his friend, Mark. Mark's face grew pale. "You're in room 13? There's a legend about that room. They say it's haunted by the spirit of a student who died there many years ago." Mark explained that the student had been driven mad by the spirits and had taken his own life. Since then, anyone who stayed in room 13 experienced strange occurrences and sightings of the restless spirit. That night, Jack set up a camera to record any paranormal activity. As he lay in bed, the temperature in the room plummeted. His breath became visible in the frigid air. Suddenly, the camera began to glitch, capturing strange shadows moving across the room. The wardrobe door creaked open, and a cold breeze swept through the room. The camera feed showed Jack sleeping. A dark, shadowy figure slowly emerged from the wardrobe, moving towards him. The shadowy figure, barely discernible, reached out a ghostly hand and touched Jack's forehead. He jolted awake, his eyes wide with terror. The figure whispered in his ear, its voice chilling and malevolent. "Leave this place, or suffer the same fate." Jack frantically packed his belongings, his face drenched in sweat. He glanced at the camera, which now showed the figure standing behind him, watching. Jack fled the hostel that night, never looking back. He transferred to another college and refused to speak of his experiences in room 13. But the footage he recorded remained, a haunting reminder of the nightmarish events he had endured. Sometimes the past refuses to stay buried. Some doors should never be opened. Some rooms should never be entered. If you really like this story, please like, subscribe, and share.